Hey everyone, welcome back for another week of Animal Crossing. Let's see what we got here. Nothing new on the board today. Doesn't look like we had any new people leaving us here. A regal sofa. We will, of course, go buy out the store, at least the furniture. As we always do. But of course, since today is Saturday, that means it is time for a new KK Slider song. And now that I've kind of retooled the inside of the house to get the things I want to get to, like all these NES games, and let's just make sure that Gumbo is our, with Waltz being the one we got on a random day. But I believe the next one up is KK Jazz. Yep, looks like it is time for some jazz. Some potentially smooth, mellowed out jazz. But then again, jazz can be energetic. It all depends how you play it. Just like any genre of music. That's not a whole lot of money for the dinosaur bones this time. Yeah, we did not get much for the dinosaurs this time. Sometimes it's expensive, sometimes it's not. And there's another painting that we've already got. Along with a Master Sword. I think I already had a Master Sword in the house. I need to go through some of the stuff in the house and find out how much it's at. Find out if I can repurchase it. You know? Need to find out if I can repurchase it. Because if I can sell it now and get it out of the way. But I know there are a lot of things that Gulliver gives me that I can't rebuy. Boy, that's a hideous shirt I've got stuck on screen now. Let's go buy our flowers. Still get a couple minutes before KK shows up. You know, I still kind of wonder, what is actually the end of Animal Crossing? Where would mark a good stopping spot for the Let's Play? Because if it's just finishing the bugs and the fish collection, that'll happen fairly soon. If it's finishing KK Slider's collection, that'll take another bunch of weeks. Is it getting all the paintings? Because who knows how long that's going to take. But what is it? So I don't think there's any way to actually complete like 100% of all the catalogs and such. At least not without cheating. I haven't even managed to get a hold of my entire modern set yet. I mean, if you look at it, I've still got stuff in the modern set that I can't get a hold of, that I haven't gotten a hold of yet. Yeah, I already had a Master Sword up there. I don't know why I've got the piano in here. Yeah, I'll probably get a note from HRA tomorrow because I did something in the house. One more minute and KK Slider will be up there. Or less than that. Let's go get our song, shall we? Yep, that's how it's spelled. Okay. I mean, a nice little bouncy tune. Let's see what it sounds like. Yeah, I don't know, just the acoustic version like that seems to be a little bit lacking. Just a tiny bit. This sounds more jazz. KK Gumbo sounds more jazzy than KK Jazz did. I do like the fact that it will actually move the sound into different channels. I know it's kind of hard to tell in the recording, but it does move the recording of this into left and right channels. Okay, now see, this is definitely a version that sounds better air checked than live. Definitely one of those sounds better one way than the other. And not bragging or anything like that. I'm definitely not bragging when I say it, but I did, when I was in high school, I was in our jazz band. And we were actually a proficient enough jazz band to win some local contests. And the jazz band was a big enough thing in our band program that we actually had two jazz bands. We actually had the main jazz band, and then we had the junior jazz band. Now, when I went to this school, I showed up my junior year, so I hadn't had time to build up any rapport with the director or anything like that. And I was mostly a baritone player, so I didn't actually play a jazz instrument. But I did join the junior jazz band, which wasn't comprised of, elementary school kids or middle school kids. Like, it was just basically Jazz Band 2 for the ones that weren't quite good enough to make the top tier jazz band or didn't get the chance to try out or what have you. But yeah, we won a few competitions. Our top jazz band won a lot more, but we won a few. Our band directors took jazz very seriously, more seriously than they took the orchestral part or the marching part of the band. I'll say that. Anyway. I will say that one of the prerequisites for being in jazz band was to actually sign a waiver of sorts, saying that whenever the band director found a jazz concert he wanted to take everybody to, that you would go, barring any family emergency type stuff. You know what I mean? But basically, he wanted us all to see. There were two band directors, and both of them were heavy in the jazz. Heavy into wanting everybody to be jazz musicians. Just wonder if that was even going to go down. Okay. Well, that takes care of the money. But yeah, we basically had to sign a little waiver or a contract that said whenever a major jazz musician came to town and our band director could actually get the tickets to go see them, that we were all going. School night, weekend night, didn't matter as long as we didn't have some type of family thing. Because he wouldn't interfere on family, he would interfere on other school activities, though. Like I said, they took the jazz band very seriously there. Granted, it was fun. I liked the jazz band. And for those that know jazz, once I learned how to actually play the trombone well enough to actually play it in jazz, I was the second trombone. That was mostly what I did. So if you play jazz at all, you will know what the second trombone does. Who the heck are you? Pippi. You need a can opener. Just saying. Or you can sit there and cook it until the can explodes. I don't recommend that second one. Yeah, but the thing about playing jazz and playing the second trombone, and depending on the band, the second trumpet, is you are the one that's playing the dissonance. You are the one that's playing the color notes. You are the one that's playing the note that doesn't match with everybody else. So you have to be really sure about what you're playing, because what you're going to be playing is going to sound off key as hell to you when you're actually playing it. Because you are playing the notes. You are playing the notes that throw the chords off. That's what you're doing. It's definitely more annoying at times to try to be that person. But I enjoyed it. And of course, one of the features about playing jazz band is there are a lot of solos. Just about everybody will get to stand up from the chair or move from their spot and get to stand in front of everyone else and go over to a special microphone that they have set off to the side and play a solo. Just about everybody gets a chance at that. In some cases, everybody will get a chance each song. Oh well, what we got coming in? Must be time for a Tom Nook sale. Must be about time for Tom Nook to have a sale. Nothing in the police department. Okay. Let's make sure. Well, that got to plant. So I've made it all the way. It looks like I've made it all the way across here. Not having a lot of luck finding dig spots yet. They have been hard to come by this past week or two, haven't they? All the dig spots have just been hiding. Getting the feeling that there is a chance that I'm going to have to make a second round to find my fossils. Getting a feeling that that's not an impossibility today. Of course, the game could just prove me wrong and have them clustered on 3 or 4 successive screens. That would be nice. I mean, of course, if I go through this whole thing and don't actually see any, like I'm literally at 0 fossils, I don't think I'll bother taking another trip. I think I'll just concede that the game has finally hidden them from me. Yeah, because I don't see any of them. I don't think a second look is going to get me up to 3. And that's really kind of annoying for how early it was that, how early it was. Oh, there's one. Kind of annoying for how early it was I found the rock with the money in it. Now the odds that that is the only fossil I could have seen up until now are pretty minuscule, really. Man. I only saw one day. There's a second one. Only saw 2. Okay, that's not that unusual. But the fact that I only saw the 2 this late, that is unusual. Well, I guess it is time to make a second pass. And then I'll see it and go, how did I not see that the first time? Because that's what these second passes do. If only I had a way to move the camera around a little bit, that would make things so much better for this, but that is part of the challenge. I mean, I would say, hey, you in the comments, let me know where you see it, but that won't help. I mean, there's no way for you to be able to tell me, you know, across time and space, unless you're a time traveler. In which case, if you're a time traveler and watching this, instead of helping me with this, could you give me some winning lotto numbers? You know, like from the next Mega Millions. I don't mean numbers that everyone else hits on. I mean numbers where they say, oh, tonight's jackpot is so many million, and then nobody wins. Could you give me the numbers that actually would have won? Thanks in advance. Or in the past. Really, what type of tense is that if you're helping me out via time travel? Actually, if you're a time traveler and you hear this, let me know who wins the Super Bowl that happens in the first part of 2026. I want to put some money down on it. And if you can tell me who wins 2026, I'll just go quietly bet on it and collect my winnings later. Because betting on it right now is a lot of odds for everybody. Considering the season doesn't even start for another week. And see, at that point, I can't even call it gambling. Because I'll know who it is. But then again, if you are a time traveler, and you tell me, how do I know you're a time traveler and not just trolling me? How would I know? I mean, the answer is I wouldn't. The answer is I would not know. I don't know if I could actually trust you. Which I guess you could call me ungrateful for. But, really, I mean, if you were a time traveler, wouldn't you have better things to do than watch someone of my pretty much unknown to the greater worldness Wouldn't you have better things to do than that? But also, if you are a time traveler, could you let me know if Pirate Software ever actually apologizes for anything? Or if he just keeps doubling down on it all? I mean, I don't want to speak ill of the guy or anything, but he is a guy who he's gone past doubling down to tripling down to quadrupling down to I don't even know what force multiplier he's on right now with his with screwing around like that. Just one of those cases where all he would have to do is apologize, and 90% of the problems go away. Man, he has that is the fastest I've ever seen someone implode. The amount of respect and popularity he had online. Because he misread a document and only heard what he wanted to from somebody explaining it, from someone explaining the Stop Killing Games movement. He misheard it and misread it and went all in on being an idiot. And then even when he's proven demonstrably wrong, even though he would argue he has not been proven demonstrably wrong because he is not wrong or something like that. Even then, even when you can prove him wrong with his own words, which is not hard to do, I've noticed. And if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about with Pirate Software, aka Thor, who called a guy a bit narcissistic for calling himself Coding Jesus when he calls himself Thor. And apparently the guy that calls himself Coding Jesus got called that by his community because with long hair he kind of looked like depictions of Jesus. And he was a coder. So Coding Jesus is not in regards to the guy's coding ability, just in regards to the guy's look. Meanwhile, you're narcissistic for calling yourself Jesus Thor over there is being told by actual psychologists and psychiatrists. Or at least one of them. I don't know if there's a plural attached to that. He's being told that he's making some of the most narcissistic statements known to man. And it's like, well, I just don't see it that way. I know there was recently a time when the dude decided to go offline for a little while and try to let things blow over, but he didn't even last 2 weeks. I don't even think he lasted a full 2 weeks, staying offline and waiting for things to blow over. All he did was just ban anybody that even gave him the most milquetoast criticism. Anybody that made even the most featherweight jabs or chides with him over this stuff. I'm not finding a third dig spot, am I? It just isn't gonna happen. I mean, I probably need to be checking between each tree if I really want to find it, but, you know, it doesn't matter that much, except it kinda does to me. But yeah, if you ever want to see, because it's been fairly well documented by now, if you ever want to see someone fall from internet grace, Jason Thor Hall. The Thor is the nickname he gave himself, and then calls other people narcissistic for calling themselves Jesus. When they were not the one to bring up the nickname in the first place. But he was for Thor. The guy that totally at one point admitted to getting a job at Blizzard Software. I'm not sure if the company's name is Blizzard Software, but yeah, he worked for Blizzard. Just ask him, he will tell you he worked for Blizzard for 7 years. And he got this job wholly, and admittedly even, because his dad was one of the higher-ups in the department at Blizzard. And as a matter of fact, his dad was even the guy that when South Park did the whole World of Warcraft parody, his father was the one that his father was the person they based the World of Warcraft nerd on. You know, the guy that goes around killing everybody in the episode. If you've never seen, I think it's Make Love Not Warcraft. I think that's the name of the episode. But yeah, there's an episode of South Park that's completely centered around the World of Warcraft, and they made it with Blizzard's blessing. And they made one Blizzard employee, this huge freaking slob of a nerd who does nothing. He wears a carpal tunnel bracelet, and he does nothing except play Warcraft all day, and he's a super powerful character. Yeah, they based that on Jason Hall's father. That's how far up his father was in the company. Now, why am I stressing this point? Because after he admitted to this, people started calling him a Nepo baby. Which, if you are unaware what a Nepo baby is, it is someone who benefits from nepotism. The act of getting your relatives hired by the same company you work for, in general. Or just in general, using family status to benefit your using your connections to benefit your family over other people, regardless of merit. Now, keeping in mind, he was very, very clear that he only got the job at Blizzard when he first worked there. He only got the job at Blizzard because his father did, thus he benefited from nepotism, thus making him a Nepo baby. But if you call him a Nepo baby, he will ban you. So, yeah, he's, yeah, Jason Hall is definitely some type of special. And it ain't a good type. And if any of his fans happen across this video and want to yell at me for taking shots at the man, although based on his attitude, I'm using the word man very loosely, first of all, I want you to look at my subscriber count and wonder, A, what roads brought you here? Ask yourself exactly what choices in life got you to this channel if you're someone that watches what he does. And before you berate me for being a loser, I'm a guy who can't even find a third fossil on a day, which is very annoying. I only found 2 fossils. That is the first time in this entire Let's Play that I've only found 2 fossils. Man. I looked twice. I only saw 2. And we don't have a person coming in, so it's probably we probably have Tom Nook going on a sale. Oh well. I am the sad now. Oh well. Yeah, at least it made this day take a little longer for those of you who are concerned about things like that. But I believe that's all I need to do today. Tomorrow, well, back on it, I guess. Okay, so welcome to Sunday. I might have had another person move out. Or I got a letter from home. Hand-drawn wallpaper in 2 days. Let's see, did we lose another villager? Nope. But we did get 2 letters from Tom. August 19th. Still the same old, same old. You know, it's getting closer and closer to the beginning of September, which means it's getting closer and closer to that point in time that I can actually finish out the bug and fish catalogs. We're getting there. Oh, nothing here of any particular note. One week from today is the drawing. It means there is a chance. There's a chance we could start seeing next month's bugs and fish before that date, it seems like. Nothing I want to wear. I think there's only one of those I would actually wear. I just don't want to right now. I'm distracting myself with having to clear my throat because my throat is all gummed up. You know, I have some lines I should record this weekend. Probably won't get to it till next weekend, though. It's just the way things are. One project I need to record some stuff for. That's how it works. Oh yeah, I have a neighbor here. I did not want the neighbor there. They didn't consult me on where they put their house. I wish they did. I wouldn't let them put it there, that's for sure. I'd rather not have the house right there, but then again, the game doesn't ask me. The game does not ask me. I'm used to having the house here. Granted, I'm not complaining that that person left. I think I still need to throw that party. There is an urge to replant all these trees. You know, it's just a small urge to replant a lot of these trees. I'm having trouble. I've been having trouble navigating around here for a while. I mean, I guess it's kind of late for that now, considering I've had most of these set up for the longest time. And actually, if I was going to replant all my forests, my orchards, collections of trees, whatever you want to call them, if I was going to replant all of them like that, I'm waiting until after the after next month, just in case I need the open fields that I've got in some places, you know. Aww. There's a hole in my coverage there and I didn't know about it. Or maybe it wasn't there until just now and that's where they put the that's why they put the shining spot on it. That is a possibility. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out where I was. really, really wish that they'd given me more options. Or more flowers, basically, every day. Really wish that they'd give me more flowers per day. You know, we could also find Gulliver today. I don't think we will, but there's a chance Gulliver could wash up today. There's always a chance. You know, the past, what, 2-3 weeks? Fossils have been not easy to find. The fossils have been doing a pretty good job of hiding. Fossils have been a little bit difficult lately. And of course I got a townie hovering on a rock. Which means I'm gonna go over here for a second. Because, old boy seems bound and determined that he needs to be down here next to this rock. Now that I've tapped it and determined there's nothing there, I can move on. Let's see. Yeah, those fossils have been really hard to find. The game wouldn't just stop putting them in. I don't think there's anything about the game code that would allow them to stop being put in. So the game's just hiding them from me. Fair enough, I guess. At least I found that. Oh well. If I have too many days where I only find one or two fossils, I may stop hunting for fossils altogether. You know? Not a lot of reason for me to do it, except, well, completionist. Really. I mean, I lost my streak. I no longer have a perfect unbroken streak of finding at least 3 fossils every day. That's dead, sadly. So I don't know why. I don't know what now. I don't know why I'm really doing it. I don't have a reason to. Other than it's what gets me to do a daily patrol of town. I mean, yeah, there's that reason. There is that reason. And I am sorry if my microphone is quiet today. I'm just low energy. And I've been low energy for a while, haven't I? And only one fossil. Okay, 2. Two fossils. Well, that's kind of sad. And I mean, I don't think there's any conspiracy or anything about this, where the game just starts making it harder after you've had so many successes. Because let's face it, if that was the case, I think it would have kicked in a little bit before week 29. So, you know. Oh, there's one thing I need to do. There is one thing I need to do. I actually need to talk to Copper and actually go in the police station. I did not do that. I was over there. I did the whole flower planting thing. I think Copper's just going to tell me there's nothing going on. And nothing in there. Oh well. Okay, so let's go organize our tickets. Okay. Sorry, I had to turn the fan on. Starting to get a little stuffy in here. Just a bit. But I believe that'll do it for today. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll see if anything changes. Okay. The question is, how long is it going to be before me only finding a couple of fossils a day actually does start to show up in the fact that I'm only getting 2 or 3 1 or 2 fossils back per day. Another Keiko figurine. Still the same pitfall. It's been a little while since we've had anything new there. Okay, let's go be horribly disappointed by the furniture for today. Black Pawn. I know we've got the special wallpaper for sale tomorrow. I doubt I'm going to be around and available to see that, sadly. Well, let's see. I like the storm shirt, I'm just not in the mood for it. So nothing else. Okay. Okay. Let's go put the tickets up. And of course, if I put the tickets up, I mean, you know, drop one there. I didn't sell my shirt, did I? I did not. Yeah. We'll deal with that later. I mean, it's just a shirt. It's not really worth much. Yeah. Well, no need to throw it black. No need to throw it back at anyone. You know? No need to throw that back at anyone. It wasn't nice hearing it. It's not going to be nice saying it. At least long run. No need for that, man. I need to... Okay, B. We haven't talked to you much. You've seen me running around. Yeah, I'm not good with the feng shui. Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's time to make another, deposit, isn't it? At least, at least the conversation topics have been slightly different. We spent I don't know how long hearing the same exact conversations over and over from these people. So maybe I should start talking to people again. People and Monique. Uh-huh. And nobody dates around here. Nobody dates. They do get mad at each other, though. But nobody does dating around here. Animal Crossing. Nobody's existence. It has not. I've been around for a very long time. Yeah. I've been around every day. You've seen me run by. I just chose not to talk to any of you. Because just about all of you have chosen to annoy me. And I choose not to put myself through that. So no, I've been around these past 7 weeks. Sure. I'm gonna hit you with the net, aren't I? Pizza rolls. They don't even have pizza rolls in this town. Where are you getting pizza rolls from? All we have is fruit. We don't have food in this game. There's no food in this town. Like at all. Outside of fruit. Okay, there we go. Still nothing to go on. Okay. Fair enough. No new lost items. Let's see. You know, the coming days, I probably should go look up the look up the locations and all that of the bugs, because the salmon are going to be in the river. The one fish we have left, that's going to be in the river, and they're going to be there all day. But the bugs are going to be all different types, and I think most of them are going to be in like bushes and stuff. Just on screen with a bush somewhere. Oh, with flowers, you don't even need to dig a hole. I could save you that time. And you know that apple's not the native fruit around here, right? Apple's an import. The way I did it, you call it an invasive species, I think. Yeah, I've had a rose wall. I just don't want a rose wall. Although, I think we all know what's going to happen if I keep talking to the residents here. If I keep talking to all the townies, we know what's going to happen. One of them's eventually going to paint my house. We know this, right? This will not surprise anybody when it happens. I hope not. It's kinda what some of them do. You okay there? You need to cut back on the Red Bull. Or the Monster. Whichever one of those you drink, you need to cut back on it. Don't need it, sorry. I mean, I've had one. Yeah, some of the villagers are still saying the same things. Some of them are. Uh-huh. If that's from my mom... If that's from my mom writing letters to random townsfolk. I'm gonna have words with that woman. Ma'am. That was a little too Cartman, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a little too Cartman. I didn't go anywhere. Don't do that. I mean, I'm not going to say anything about my collection. Why not? Sure. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not comparable quality to Sahara. You can tell yourself it is. It is not. Did you think I was out committing crimes? Uh-huh. You can keep the shirt. Thanks. I've seen what you wear. I'm not impressed. You know, every now and then, and I don't know why this is on my mind, but it's on my mind. What is that anyway? Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But, no, every now and then, I will watch, on YouTube, mind you, I will watch cooking videos. And we're not talking the basic stuff. We are talking like from I mean, obviously B. Dylan Hollis is one. Yeah, just videos, let's see, Uncle Roger, every now and then I will watch him critique people making rice in interesting and frankly horrible ways. Like people making fried rice out of rice that hadn't even been cooked once yet, let alone sat out overnight. I'm trying to think of who else. Sometimes that guy that worked with Stuart Ashens, Barry Lewis, yeah. I watched some of his stuff. And one other person that I watched, and is kind of the point of what I'm going to be talking about in a second. A guy named Kent Rollins. Kent Rollins is, well, more local to me than most of them, being in the same state I am, at least. It's again only two. Oh well. And he does campfire stuff. He does a lot of cooking for, like, people out in the middle of fields and stuff, like cowboys having to drive cattle or something like that. And so he basically has a stove that is not mobile, or should not be mobile, but is. Because the thing is freaking huge, let's just say that. Calls it Big Bertha. He names the stove, as people are wont to do. But I was watching something he put out not too long ago, and it involved carrots. I just had a few recipes with carrots. Or maybe it wasn't even him. Maybe I'm just thinking it was him because I've seen a video of his recently. But anyway, there are carrots involved and they get cooked. Now, what I'd like to know, who prefers cooked carrots to raw carrots? I do not understand this. Personally, I hate the texture. It's not the taste, because cooking does seem, if you cook it the right way, you steam it and such, it does seem to bring out more sweetness in the carrot and all that, which is fine. So it's the taste is perfectly fine. But the texture, God, the texture of a cooked carrot, all soft and squishy and mushy, no. I hate the texture of cooked carrots. And I've never understood why people went to all this trouble to cook carrots just to make them this much worse. Are there actually ways to steam a carrot to bring out the sweetness and not turn it into a big pile of mush? If so, haven't seen anyone do it yet. I do not understand this. And I suppose it's fine that I do not understand this because, well, I'm not the target for people that want to cook carrots. I fully understand this. But it just, ugh. People cooking carrots, I don't get it. Now see, if the carrots are not going to be part of whatever the dish is. I understand using them in like stews and broths and such. And I suppose there are stews and soups where having the carrot be mushy can be a benefit because you don't really you don't really notice it with everything else in there. You don't really notice that texture because you get a mouthful of other things to go along with the carrot. But people that just make carrots, people that just cook carrots and make that a dish in and of itself, I'll never understand these people. Why would you do that to a carrot? Oh well. This marks my Monday, so I'll be back tomorrow for Tuesday, and hopefully I won't run into any more cooked carrot recipes that make me go, why do people do this? Anyway, take care everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. Oh yeah, Tom Nook was having a sale today. I don't think I made it in time for that. Let's go ahead and get everything opened. Let's check the notice board. Today, a hamster cage in the D acres. We'll go hunt for that. But first, we have our usual stuff to go do here. I mean, it's kind of a shame I don't get to see what wallpaper he had. But, yeah. But I'm not that worried about it. I don't think there's anything new here. My back is kind of stiff and sore. I think after I finish this recording, I'm gonna go lay down. I mean, I know it hurts mostly because I'm old, but still. Nah. None of those. Dang it. Okay, yep. I wonder how many days of only finding one or two fossils it would take for the museum to get caught back up. I have a feeling we are going to find out because I'm finding less and less of them these days. There we go. Once again, running out of space for tickets. Luckily, we are almost to the 31st. Freaking mosquitoes. Freaking weeds. Freaking lack of fossils. Freaking villagers that put their home right where I don't want them to. You know, I think I found the perfect game, at least for me, to follow up Animal Crossing. A couple years ago, I was trying for the third or fourth time to stream on a weekly basis. And while I was able to do that, well, I'd just say I did not pick the best of games to be stream games. I was not making smart choices, we'll just say that. Oh, found the hamster cage. I was not making the best choices for which games to stream, because I'd only heard things about certain games, and hey, this sounds like a good streaming game. And then it turned out to be a game with a lot more grind in it than expected. Which, just to be clear, I do not mind it when a game does need you to grind. I'm perfectly fine with that. There's been many games I've played where grinding has been the thing I do to just kind of unwind. I would just sit there in a game like, oh, you know, the original Final Fantasy way back when, or Dragon Warrior, something like that. When I would just put on some, I just put on a Weird Al or a Ray Stevens or a Rush, one of the, you know, an album similar to that. I just put on one of those. And then I would just kind of hit a zone, and I would sit there and grind out levels or grind out money or whatever it is I needed to actually do the grinding work on. That would just be my setup. So, a game having a grind is not a bad thing for me. I'm perfectly fine with the game having a grind. The problem exists in that it was not a great stream experience. Still don't know if we're gonna get anything new soon. Hopefully we do. Once again, no lost items. But the grind in this particular game was just one that was... I was literally doing the same exact thing. That is an awfully big freaking... long-headed locust. I don't know if I've donated. I don't know if that's one I've got. Was I down to 5? I don't remember if I was down to 5 or not. Well, we'll find out. Okay. Okay. There we go. Once I finish the bottom there, I can come back here and fill this top in. Okay, we do have one of those. Sadly. Okay, Long Locust was one I already had. I told you I haven't looked at the lists. I've not looked at the list to remind myself of what is new and what is not. Okay. Oh yeah, I guess I could keep talking about the game I was grinding on. Basically, it's a little... It's a game that has romance options in it. You play a person, you have to go out and gather. You have to go out and gather resources to do the things you need to do. And there's a day-night cycle. You live basically in a town, and there are a lot of... I think there are like 10 potential dating targets in that town. 10 potential romance targets. But a lot of what the game is you go in and you go around to various points across the map, fight off monsters while you do. And then, and then you eventually do enough stuff and gather enough resources and perform enough tasks that the town eventually starts to like you. Kind of like in Stardew Valley, kind of, but it feels a bit more. You've got to actually do specific things instead of just running up and talking to somebody on a daily basis and then shoving a plate of sashimi down their throat or something. It's a little bit more involved than Stardew Valley's friendship mechanic is. A little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure gifts played a part, but everybody had quest lines you had to go down, so there was a little bit of a dating sim element in it. I think that because of the way you spent a lot of your days going out to the latest area you've unlocked and gathering up all the stuff you could before your energy ran out or time ran out in the day. And that's, you literally spent day after day after day after day after day doing that. And you kind of had to, because you had to build up stores and stuff only refreshed on a daily basis. So you would go back in and you would do the same thing every day. For a while, then you would pick up something else you had to do. And don't think of me don't think of this as me hating on the game or anything. No, I was enjoying it. But the problem is, you literally did the same thing over and over, and in a a stream environment, it was not the best. It was not the best. But I have a feeling it would work as a, it would work as something like this. For a chill out type experience. Plus, I do kind of want to see the end of it. I've never seen if it actually has a proper ending or anything like that. Never got that far. So I figure I start a new game of that and we'll use it because it wasn't, it kind of had a lot of the same feeling here. You were just kind of, you were just kind of bopping along with everything going on, and yeah, we'll kind of do it. I haven't said what the name is. I'll reveal that when it is time, and it's not quite time yet. And just to lay it out there, I have actually played some games that make for amazing chill-out experiences. There are some amazing dating sims out there that make for great chill-out games. Because you're kind of doing repetitive tasks, trying to grind up relationship points and all that, but the problem is, most of the really chilled-out ones are kind of sexual in nature, if you catch my drift. So they're not exactly something I can put up on YouTube. At least not without more editing than I want to do. Because this is not a series I'm doing where editing is going to be one of the main things I ever mess with. No. I mean, obviously, editing is not going to be a major focus here. Never was going to be. It's not. I already found my money. So I think I have another game that just seems like it would be... And it's not Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley would be an option, except for one small problem. The combat, and to a lesser extent the fishing, are not chilled out times. The combat and the fishing can be kind of stressful. At least I found 3. But yeah, I considered nice chilled out dating sims, but all the ones that are actually chilled out, yeah, they have sex in them. So that just doesn't work for YouTube. I mean, I'm not a prude or anything. I don't actually object. You know, I don't actually object to sex in the games. That's not what this is about. But it's about being able to show it on YouTube and... See, I know other people object to having sex in the games. So I'm not, you know, it's like I don't really want to push that on people. See, that's one of those things. Oh well. This should be the end of another video, shouldn't it? It is Tuesday, and that's usually the breaking point because of where it falls in the week. So we'll see if this is at the beginning or end of the week. I'm probably going to put it at the end of the first half video. Oh well, anyway. I'll be back tomorrow with Wednesday. Of course, if I put this at the end, tomorrow is Sunday. And then I am my own grandpa. Wait, I think that's how it works? I'd have to check again. Anyway.